In this video, I'll be doing an entry in my personal journal, and it is the Hobonichi cousin. I'll be combining a medieval manuscript with the work of Matisse, so I'll be doing a master study in combination with a medieval manuscript look. And the reason for Matisse is that I got a new fountain pen that Bennu kindly sent me. It's inspired by the painter Matisse, the colors, and it also is named after Matisse. So I figured what better way to fully get the Matisse experience than to actually recreate one of his works in my personal journal. I'm also using materials that I don't normally use. We'll see how this goes. But first, let me unbox the fountain pen. So Bennu sent me this pen to review, and I do love their pens, and I'm so happy they reached out to have me try this one. So I picked Matisse because it is a beautiful purple pink color, and it has pretty glitter in it. I saw it and I was like, oh yep, I need this one. So it's got this swirl design in there. There's some browns, oranges, purples, pinks. And then I got this in a 1.5mm stub nib. I do love that they offer the 1.5mm width. I love the thicker, chunkier ones, so very happy that I got a 1.5mm. They had some other really pretty ones too, one for Cezanne, and then they had a ivory colored, I can't remember the name of it, but it was a very pretty ivory with glitter in it, but something about the purple and pink was just calling my name. And for the ink I am using Waringel's Persephone, and this is a glitter ink. I've been loving pairing stubs with glitter since it can handle glitter. And the converter is still in the box because I have not unboxed this yet. So here's the converter. I'm going to use a syringe to fill up my converter. Actually, let me give this a nice shake first. That way I can make sure that there's glitter in it. Sometimes it settles at the bottom. Alright, now it's not at the bottom, it's mixed in. And here we go, now that's inked up. And instead of waiting for it to naturally flow down to the nib, I'm going to force the ink into the nib a little bit. So what I do is just twist it. And I have this scrap paper because sometimes when I twist it a little too much, the ink just plops out, and I don't want to do that on my desk. So I have this scrap paper where I know when it starts writing. So I just keep pushing the ink, not too fast, but forcing it through the feed and to the nib. Oh, that was quick. Okay, that was very quick. Let's see. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's a nice purple. I think that goes so well with the pen. To do the journaling part. So I think I'm going to set it up how I did that other illuminated manuscript. So I guess this is less of a normal medieval manuscript and more of a illuminated one. Where is that at? This one. So I'm going to do this, that way I can draw in this outer boundary. I'm not going to do a full spread either, I'm just going to do one page. So I will have a Matisse painting within this. And since he used oil, I won't be able to replicate it exactly, but I'm going to use crayons since I feel like I'm able to get the same looseness with crayons. So that is the plan. And these aren't crayons, these are called Neocolors. And then these are the Caran Neocolors. This is the first set, Neocolor I, and these are the wax pastels. And then I have the Neocolor II Aquarelle. So these ones can be diluted with water. So they kind of work like watercolor when they're wet. But to set up the page, and now I want to do the boundary. Oops, already not doing straight lines. This does not bode well for me. Actually, maybe it does, because Matisse, his style is very loose, very expressive. which is not my style whatsoever. I'm more controlled. So this is going to be interesting. Oh, and I went too far. All right, there we go. And then I will be doing a drop cap here as well. I'll be honest, Matisse isn't a painter I know a whole lot about. I didn't learn much about him in art school, and I never personally studied him either. But it seems like he did a lot of realism in the beginning stages of his career, as most painters did. And then he shifted to his own colorful, bright style. And then at one point he switched to lino cuts, and he described it as painting with scissors, his cutout artwork. But the painting that I'll be referencing here is Dishes and Fruit on a Red and Black Carpet. And this is oil on canvas. It was made in 1901, and we'll see if I can do it justice. I did a lot of master studies in college. That was in fact an assignment for a lot of classes, was recreating an artist's work to understand their thought processes and how they created it. I guess I'll do my drop cap here. And I'm starting with a W drop cap because I know the first sentence is going to start with we. I won't get too detailed because I know with crayon I won't be able to get really fine details. And I'm not at all proficient with crayons. Oops. Apparently not with pencil either. When I bought these, this was a hope that someday I would get into them, and I don't know, just something about this medium does not jive with the way that my brain works and the way that I work. I much prefer controlled mediums like markers and colored pencils. Mediums that are more chaotic like crayons and pastels are a struggle for my brain. We're all about challenging ourselves, so I'm going to challenge myself. We'll see. Hopefully it turns out okay. I think I'm going to just very simply block in the shape of the painting, but not focus on detail too much, just so I can make sure I get my placement of things right. I'm trying to keep it loose. I have to keep reminding myself, keep it loose. The question is, do I start with Neocolor 1s or 2s? If I do the 2s, I have the ability to blend a little more with water. So, maybe I'll start with 2 and see how that works out. Okay. I think I'm going to have to arrange my desk. Then I have this paper here that I was using to test the nib as a scrap paper to test colors on before I commit to them on the page, even though that is not loose and playful. Okay, I think I like this red. Okay, I might like that red even more. I like that too. I do need a darker for the shadow area. I think I like this one. Now, do I write first or do I do crayon? Because if I do the crayon first, I might smear it all. But then if I write first, I have to wait for that to dry. No, I think I do the crayon first and then I can cover with a pencil board. Okay, I'll do crayon first. So he painted, it looks like he did an underlayer of painting with a bright color. Obviously I can't do that with crayon. So I'm going to have to like fake those little spots of color peeking through. Speaking of talking about his process, I find master studies to be very helpful in learning an artist's process, because by recreating it, you're forced to learn how they did it. But master studies, at least the way that I was taught in art school, is that you, for one, you don't make them for profit, obviously. That's a no-no. But two, I was also taught you generally only do master studies of artists who are long gone, who are dead. Because if you're copying the work of someone alive, there's just an extra element there that they might not be okay with you copying their artwork, even if it is just entirely for personal use, for personal study. So if you are doing a master study, I recommend doing a master study of someone who's dead, because you don't need to get permission, they're long gone. Let's see what this looks like on the other side. There's nothing coming through. I mean, I didn't expect there to be, but I just wondered. I haven't used these in a Hobonichi cousin before. So this is Tomoe River paper, and I don't know how it takes it. I don't know if it smears when it's closed, so whatever spread I do on this page, it might just be smeared with crayon. We'll see. But yeah, back to the master study conversation. Try not to copy the work of artists who are alive, even if it is just for personal use. You never know how they feel about copying. I try to be respectful of every artist, so for that reason, that's why I also use a lot of art from old ancient times in my journaling. I don't use art from Pinterest or like modern artists' work because I don't know how they feel about that. I'm using their work in my journaling and not getting permission, so in general I just use ancient art. Plus I love that. That's like an area of art I'm really into. I'm not even going in with my testing page, I'm just going right in, embracing the spirit of Matisse. At least they do slightly mix when I'm going over, so it kind of gives the illusion of oil. I feel like if I did this in pencil, I would be way too controlled and tight, not at all brush feeling. Oh. Oh no. It's crumbling. Try not to wipe it that way. I don't accidentally, like, you know, smear it. Okay, that green did not work as planned. Gosh, I'm just not the personality type to be using crayons. Oh, that's funny. I see some artists use these so beautifully. They're just loose, and it's like watching children play, basically. That part of you that is just playing. I don't feel that. I feel stressed. That's funny. On the bright side, I think this is going to take less time than the other illuminated manuscript I did. I think that one I said it took like 2.5 to 3 hours. Yeah, this is not going to take that long, hopefully. I do see the appeal of these types of mediums though. You just can get so much pigment down at one time. Oh, making a mess on other pages already, oops. It's okay, this next page here, this is technically today's entry. I'll just have to accept the fact that it's probably going to get crayon smeared on it. I do like how they blend. I tried to get into oil, but I just cannot stand how long it takes for things to dry, which I know is the beauty of oil. That way you can continue blending for a while. Your paints don't dry instantly, but it's just way too long of a drying time, and I also don't like how they smell, and I do not like the care you have to do in order to use them. You need to be in a well-ventilated area. You can't just wash oils down the sink. You have to toss them and scrape them very carefully off your palettes to not ruin your sinks. There's just a whole extra layer of care that you don't see when you're like, when you look at oil paintings. It's not just the skill of the painting of the artist that you're admiring, but like everything that you don't see when it comes to using oils. Like, I'm always amazed when I see oil paintings because I know that painter had to deal with those exact same obstacles that I hate about oil. And so when I see someone else do it so beautifully with a beautiful outcome, I'm like, God, I wish I loved oils. But I did get into oil pastels for a bit, and smearing them with my finger doesn't feel great, but oh gosh, we have a snoring dog on our hands again. If you see my other videos, you'll know that snoring dogs do happen in my videos sometimes, so if you hear that noise, that is what that is. I'm trying to keep these in the same direction as his brush strokes to like imitate his brush strokes. I will say though, I do like crayons more than I like paint. So what I'm saying is maybe I need to give this medium a chance more often. I wonder if you can see like the indents. No, can't really see anything. Nice. Oops. Kind of dipped down a little too much. It's not going to be as clean. I probably should have put tape down. That actually would have been smart. You know what? It's not too late. Now, hopefully I don't regret this. And the tape peels the paper. Maybe I should test it. Maybe I'll do it very lightly. I'm more worried about the inner side because if I go too far in, the fountain pen ink probably won't like the waxiness of the pastel. Okay, let's see how well that worked. Hey, not too shabby. Okay, let's tear this with both fingers, both hands, so I don't. All right, not too bad. I think this blue might be too bright. Now that the more I'm looking at it, it's like too saturated. What if I did? Yeah, it's looking better. Look, I just noticed my hand. I'm hoarding all of the crayons in my hand. I guess it's just easier to pluck them out of my hand as I'm drawing. And the more I'm using them, the more I am kind of getting lost in the moment, in flow zone. It helps to have a reference too, or a master study in this case. I have less to think about when it comes to like composition. I'm just thinking about the tool itself. Like, how can I create something with this tool in particular? You know, not worrying about what I want to create. I feel like having to do both at the same time would stress me out even more. Alright, we're getting somewhere. Alright, let me take off this tape now. Make sure I don't mess up the page. Aha! It's gonna be hard to get crisp lines with this crayon, which makes me wonder if I should do fountain pen ink actually instead of crayon. Am I going to regret this? Maybe. Put this down so my hand isn't just smearing all the crayons. Okay, let's try it. Now to write the rest of the entry. I feel like I should put all of these crayons away first. Ooh, this ink in this pen, it flows so nice. I spelled that wrong. Cycle. I forgot my C. Dang it. This happens. Oh, maybe I could save it. Okay, maybe that's the only drawback to Gothic lettering is I get so focused on the letters that I skip. I'm like already ahead in my mind, so I'm skipping when I shouldn't be. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna let that dry. Okay, now it's a little more dry. Let's go back and fix this. Now that this is drying down, I'm seeing some nice shading, and I really, really like this ink. And the pen is so smooth too. There. Cycle. I fixed it. That's funny. That is the writing portion. I almost feel like I want to, since I have this space here, do a little shape or something to fill in the space. Gosh, I love stubs. They're just perfect for sharp edges. Now I have to be careful here not to smear. That is the finished drawing, and the only part that really messed up on the other side is the drop cap, which I knew it would. I was very heavy with the ink, kind of went to that side. But the crayons wax pastels did surprisingly well on this paper. It didn't really crinkle it too much, only a little teeny tiny bit. The real test will be when I close this. I wonder how much will smear here. Let's see if I pick up any. Not really. I'm not really picking up anything since it's wax. I'll have to update you guys in a different video to let you know how these crayons, pastels work in this notebook. So yeah, that is the video. This is my Matisse master study mixed with a medieval manuscript, and this is the pen that inspired it all. Thank you again to Bennu for sending me this pen. It's a beautiful pen. I'm very excited to keep using this. This pen and ink combo is just perfect.
And thank you so much to you, the viewer, for watching this video.